northern Minnesota, under the moonlight. Renegade radio's blasting through the night. Frankie Slosson's on the mic, it's his time to shine. Screaming Sam and Mad Dog, they're one of a kind. The Antique Man, he's got a story to tell. DJ Ken spinning vinyl, oh so swell. Mama T's got the rhythm that shakes the ground. John Roberts' voice, it's the sweetest sound. On Renegade Radio, we keep it loud. Through the storms and the crowd, we're standing proud. From the back roads to the city, with a voice so wild. Renegade Radio, baby, it's been a while. We don't play by the rules, we're out on the run. The Antique Man's got the past and the future, it's all spun. Mad Dog's howl echoes out over the plains. Screaming Sam and Frankie, they're setting the flames. From the highways to the lakes, we ain't slowing down. Spreading fire through the cold Minnesota town. John Roberts leads the charge with the steel in his soul, while Mama T keeps us rocking, always in control. On Renegade Radio, we keep it loud. Through the storms and the crowds, we're standing proud. From the back roads to the city, with the voice of the wild. Renegade Radio, baby, it's been a while. So tune in, feel the beat rise. This Renegade station's reaching the skies. From the first crack of dawn to the last star fades, we're the sound of rebellion, the sound that won't trade. On Renegade Radio, we keep it loud. Through the storms and the crowd, we're standing proud. From the back roads to the city, with the voice of the wild. Renegade Radio, baby, it's been a while.
Come that lightning dark in my DeLorean's roar. 88 miles, time waves crashing on shore. You don't know what you got in the time stream flow. You don't know what you got till the past is a goal. You don't know what you got till you're out of that door. Oh baby, 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 push that pedal once more. Fuel up the flux, ain't no turning back. We're on the edge of time in a lightning track. Guitar riffs and engine screams, roads where we're going, we don't need no dreams. We got the power of love, it's heavy as can be. A photo in my pocket, fading family. Spark of the sky as we tear through the night. History's page, about to rewrite. This DeLorean's more than a machine. It's our ride through the fabric of space and the bends of time. Behind the wheel, it's a wild kind of deal. With the clock ticking down, gotta keep it real. Got my puffy vest, my kicks so clean. Marty McFly, part of Doc's wild scheme. Glory to the future, leave dust in the rear. Biff can't touch us, we're shifting gear. You don't know what you got in this time jumping dance. You don't know what you got till you take that chance. Out there on the edge of science and time, got this crazy doc saying the future's all mine. 88's the number, lightning's the game. Revving up the DeLorean, fueling the flame. We got hoverboards flying, ain't no lying in this tale. Clock tower chime, gotta set sail well. Twist the keys and hear that engine scream. Shades on tight, we're living out this dream. It's a Midwest riff, time's a heavy load, but this guitar's fueling every road. Strap in tight, we're on this wild ride.
When it comes to podcasts and social media, stick with the best. Grand Forks' best source. Keep up to date with local happenings and news, interviews with city leaders, athletes, nonprofits, and of course, lots of feel-good stories. You know, Grand Forks' best source is a great way to advertise your business or events with the most economical ad packages available. And contact us to find out how you can have your own podcast with the best studio in the area. Check out Grand Forks' best source on your favorite social media app. Grand Forks' best source, the Forks' best local podcast. Call 701-213-0863 or online at gfbestsource.com. We love the Forks. Grand Forks' best source, giving the Forks their identity again.
I got $100 for some leftover cream corn. I never knew corn was worth so much.
That's right. Corn is at an all-time high, and you can turn your unused corn into money with Cash for Corn.
I'm not grilling corn on the cob this 4th of July. That'd be like burning money.
We'll send you a postage-paid Ziploc bag. Just fill it, send it back to us, and Cash for Corn will pay you promptly.
Sure, I spend a little extra time in the bathroom, but picking out the corn is like writing myself a check.
Don't flush away thousands of dollars. Call Cash for Corn now.
I've been rolling down this road with my head held high. Nothing's ever gonna break the spirit that won't die. And through the dust and pain, I find a way to shine. Living wild and free, this renegade is mine. I am a renegade, and I'm never gonna fade. I am a renegade, hear the freedom that I make. Chasing dreams with my heart, tearing worlds apart. I am a renegade, and I'm never gonna fade.
Alrighty. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the pre-show of Renegade Radio, or Frank Sauce Renegade Radio. What's going on there, Mama T? Everybody thought that you probably would never be on ever again, right? Here you are.
Right? Or that you wouldn't let me.
Yeah, have you banned and blocked and everything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did a little thinking about, after what you said last week, and I'm just like, wow, she really said some things. But, I took it all at heart, and, you were a pretty good roaster. I got to give it to you. You really put some thought into it.
I did. I do my homework. When I'm told to do homework, I do homework. You know that.
Yeah.
If I'm told to write an essay, I write an essay.
Wow. Maybe I should have you write an essay. just for the hell of it, I guess. It's just for no reason completely.
Ooh,
Look who it is. It's somebody who we haven't seen in a while, who decided I think it was time to bring him back because, people have been asking about him a little bit. And it's my nephew, Tyrell. I don't know, can you hear us, Ty, at all? Can you hear us at all? We can't hear you at all while you're still eating your pizza, I guess. But you picked a good time to eat pizza. I guess you.
Did you really just ask him if he can hear us?
Oh yeah, I get the inside joke. I get the inside and outside joke, but he can see us. He knows that we're here. That told me he had a good connection, but it looks like his connection's not that great. But kind of goes in and out. But you got a good connection, Mama T. I tell you.
Yeah, hold on, son. I gotta put my phone on the charger for a little bit. Be right back.
Oh, okay. All right. Charging.
I always have a good connection.
I always make sure that the connection's great, because that's one thing that's key. If you have a good connection, I feel people take it more seriously in whatever you're trying to deliver. I think that's been kind of the key to us. Well, I don't know if that's our key or whatever, but just like it works. It works when we work it.
Yeah. And that was my last night's show was a really good show. You should watch that one.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see that yet because I was I was at work when you went live, and I knew you were interviewing somebody pretty big and everything, because we were talking about that privately and everything. And yeah, that's good. I mean, I seen who it was that you were interviewing, but yeah, he seemed like somebody that knew what he's doing anyway, or knows what he's doing.
Oh, hell
And
yeah. He's won all kinds of awards, been in all kinds of magazines, and played with the best people, were trained by the best people. His mom was the first female African American blues drummer. I mean,
jeez.
yeah.
Did Bob ever know him at all, or did you guys
Yep.
did they ever
Yep.
work
We're
together?
friends.
Oh, okay. I was always kind of impressed by the people that Bob always knew. That's why I wish he was around, because I think he'd be pretty proud of some of the people that we've been getting lately, because they're people that he introduced me to. Most of these, anyway.
Yeah,
Like I didn't know who Kenny Neal was prior to him telling me about him or seeing him live. Barely knew about Papa Chubby at all until I saw him perform and everything.
yeah, and Jimmy said that he'd hook me up with a bunch of other people too. So, like Bob
Okay.
Corridor and Alan Kirk. I've been trying to get a hold of Alan Kirk, and he said he wanted to be on my show. He's a really good drummer.
Mr. Monday Night Drummer. Hey, what's going on there, Sam? How's it going? Happy hour?
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just getting the show kind of started here. I'm trying to see if Lance is around, because he hasn't been on in a long time, obviously, because he's been busy and stuff. But I'm gonna send him a message here to see if he'll come on. Just see if he'll make an appearance anyway.
Yeah, my brother. I don't know if you got his message or what.
Oh, I did. I'm a little upset with your brother, because you don't have to lie to me. You can tell me that it's because of his anniversary.
Well, no, he said he did get called for work. I believe him, because he needs money bad. So
Really?
yeah, he would tell me. I swear to God, he would tell me if he was doing that.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's just I mean, this
he's
interview.
He's like me. I don't do that shit on anniversaries and shit. We don't go out and stuff.
Well, he was mentioning about it a while ago that it was going to be his anniversary. I said, well, I hope you guys have a good anniversary, but hopefully you can still make it on the show, because I only care today because of the guests that we have. If it was for that, I probably would have just canceled this episode today, because I really didn't have a whole lot planned today. But because how big the interview of the guest is, and he'll be on about 6 here, so about another hour. I figure, well, this is more, because I could have just hogged this all for myself, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to let everybody have an opportunity, because this is the brother to Mike Myers, for Christ's sake. This is not just an author. This is a guy who's been around, and he's been lately. Any show that he's been on has been a very highly viewed podcast. Now I know ours isn't like that, but sometimes you just never know. Maybe if you get that right guest on, maybe that guest will like you enough and will promote the hell out of you afterwards, or maybe not. I don't know. And that's obviously not the reason why I got him on, but it's just because he's writing a book about one of my favorite actors, most people's favorite actor, John Candy, and I think that's wonderful. That he cares enough as a fellow Canadian as he is, just like his brother Mike and most of the other people that come from Canada. Everybody always loved John Candy. Everybody always. I've never heard of anybody ever said that they hated the guy, or yeah, he had some issues and stuff. He had some difficulties in life, but he was a nice guy. Everybody got along with him. He acted like how a celebrity is supposed to act.
Right.
Thanks to the fans, and I get it. You need your privacy and all that too. I get that. But he wasn't an asshole towards people.
Yeah.
So. And I think if he would have still been alive, I think I would have easily been able to get an interview with him by now, especially how old he would have been, at this time. But oh well, we have his legacy to enrich it, and just like with Sam, I think if Sam would have still been alive, I think by now we could have easily got him on, easily, would have been no big deal. And who knows, maybe if he would have had nothing going on, maybe he could have really helped us, if he cared enough about technology and stuff. I know a lot of people say, when you're younger, oh, I don't care about technology. Well, he would have been around during the technology time. If he would have still been alive, he would have had to embrace it.
Right.
Dice Clay was somebody who didn't like technology either, but what's he doing? He's always doing Facebook shorts and everything and doing random things. So
Also, I was able to edit stuff because I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I had people doing that for me, but that's what's really messed up by having some people working with you, is they don't want to show you anything. They want to be, when they're done, you're done. I had a couple people do that to me.
So that's why I don't edit anything on the show. I just, I was told that maybe it'd be a good idea to do that, but it's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want, if something fucks up, I want everybody to see the fuck up. Doesn't matter if it's on purpose or whatever. I just, because we're not a perfect show by any means, and I don't want people to think that I have a big head, even though I might have a big head sometimes if it's like swollen up or something. But I was going to say too about last week's roast there, Sam. I really was hoping that you would have really gave me that Sam Kinison lecture. That would have been, oh man, I could just picture it right now.
You would have hinted around to it, like I would have had something planned. I would have been.
If I were to give you a month to think about it instead of 2 weeks, maybe something that would have been a different
story.
Week.
Just a week would have been okay.
Okay. Well,
how did you not know? We were planning it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No. If I had known he wanted me to do the Sam
Kinison,
I see.
Oh.
I
would have. You would have had a second guess it. I would have been like, hell yeah, I wanted you. And
like a little hint the week before would have been like, man, if Sam would only come on to Sam Kinison,
Yeah. Because I know you still
have.
you still have the outfit, don't you? Your outfit that you wore Norman wore or whatever. Yeah.
Somewhere.
You know what's kind of funny about this is like when I watch old interviews that you did and everything, you didn't care who those people were that you were talking to. You just talked about anything. You just promote whatever you got going on, but you just, you were acting like you were the star, the main star for that moment, And it's like, that's what I wanted from this. So if we ever do a roast again, please.
Okay, now I know.
Do Sam Kinison.
Even if God forbid something if I'm not on the show anymore, I'll even come on as a fucking guest. That's Sam Kinison.
Absolutely. I understand why maybe it's harder for you now because you're older and stuff, and because I could tell when you haven't been used to yelling and all that, so it probably took a lot out of you. So I get that, but it's just that any little bit is just better than nothing. So I'll take last week.
There's a lot of people want me to come back and do shows. I just can't do it no more. I just too hard.
No, I understand. That's what I hope everybody else understands. It's like, because I get it. I mean, it's like you get used to something, and then it's like then it's like it's gone. But to me, I think you will always have it no matter what. Until your dying day. So it doesn't really, it's in you. So I just don't like when people. My biggest pet peeve is when people say, well, I don't know you well enough to cut you down. Well, I want you to cut you down. I want you to cut me down. I just, you don't feel bad. You think Mama T felt bad? Fuck no. She really let me have it. And it made sense too, because I really was thinking a lot about it after. I watched it a few times. And then I aired it on Saturday for the Grand Forks Best Source audience to watch. So I thought, well, this is some good stuff. But I was just hoping for more aggressiveness, a kick in the ball.
We little bit at the end.
Just a little bit, yes, a little bit. And like I said, I'll take that, But I just was, in a perfect world, I guess, I would have got everything I wanted, I guess. But but it's okay. It's okay. You guys did good. Mad Dog needs to learn how to do more original material, though.
Jesus still loves you.
Oh, well, that's great.
Even though your mama doesn't.
Yeah, that's right. And I didn't know which mama you're talking about. You or my actual mother. I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, the boys kept interrupting me during my
yeah.
And one of the things I was saying about nobody wants to sit here this long. Even your own mother hasn't sat through an entire episode, is what I said. But you couldn't hear it. That's why I said that at the end, even though your mama doesn't.
I didn't know my mom halfway doesn't watch the damn show in the first place. I have to remind her.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty sad. And it's like, then it's like sometimes when I'm on the show or doing the show, then she'll call me like right away and ask, are you working today? It's like, no, it's my fucking day off. Sometimes I do swear at mom, sometimes, but I apologize. I don't know, just because I keep telling her, like my days off have not changed at all. It's the same as it always has been. It's not gonna change anytime soon. I was going to change it, but I decided not to. I just kept it the way it is, just to be more to work with everybody. I guess we'll say.
Don't feel bad at all, because my own daughter was texting me last night during my interview with Jimmy Primetime Smith, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing my show. I text her back, I'm doing my show. Are you telling me your podcast is more important than your daughter? What if I was dying?
You're like live right now in front of a couple people audience.
You're dying, then call 911. Well, you're my emergency contact. What if they didn't know I had asthma? Well, obviously, if you're not breathing, they're going to do something about that.
Yeah. What if I had optical rectinitis? What would you do? How would that?
Call 911.
Yeah. Well, if I tell them that my eyes cross my ass and I have a shitty outlook on life, I'm just gonna say you need help. That's all they're gonna tell me. There's $500. I'll be $500.
My partner, we've been friends for like 34 years, whatever. I swear to God, I tell him when I work, that's when he calls me.
Yeah.
While I'm working. I tell him about the radio show, Monday nights out, don't bug me.
Yeah.
And you'll hear my phone ring, like I have to mute it.
Mm-hmm.
It never ends with this guy. He does it on purpose, I think. He has to.
Some people just don't pay attention to things.
People do that to me too. They know I do a Sunday show, and I do a Monday show, and that's the only time my phone goes off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just kind of weird.
And I call out the show,
on my phone and I share the link. Usually I just go on my phone and share the link. I'll just click on it and share the link. Like, I'm live right now.
Yeah, well, for me, I don't know. I'm just kind of just surprised that when I have to keep reminding, like for me, I wish my family actually cared more about my show than they do, because my brother, I know he can watch when he's at work or when he's even not at work, because I've asked him to come on sometimes, and I've said, "Hey, Arthur, you're funny. You're a funny guy. I think my crew would love you. I mean, you'd be perfect." But he's just too damn camera shy or something. He would never shy when we were kids.
Let me tell you something, dude. I don't get support from my family for my bar. I don't get support from my family. Anything I did, Screaming Sam.
Yeah.
They came to one or two shows. They didn't care about. Now Tony, he went to all his wrestling shows, and oh my God, I mean,
different story.
I was jealous because motherfucker, you know what I mean? What about me?
Yeah. Yeah, but your parents. So you tell me your parents never once ever went to a show that you did? Never once went to a performance or nothing?
No.
Never at all. Not even your dad.
When my mom knew what I was doing, she used to tell me, she goes, "Why don't you get a real job? Me, my own businesses, and like what the hell? I mean,
get a real job."
Like all the swearing. Not my Aunt Eva, who is my mom's sister.
Yeah.
She used to sit in her chair and watch Howard Stern. I gave her DVDs. She watched my shit. She'd laugh. She enjoyed it. She never come to my show, but she used to like all that stuff,
She probably didn't think that, that you like, I mean, maybe when you told her what you did and everything, she was probably just like, well, I'll give you a chance, but, but I don't know why you try to be like somebody else. You should just be like yourself,
Well, yeah, I probably could have done that too. I probably could have did something myself.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, did you ever think about ever doing like like your own?
I am now.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying but I mean, if you were never done the Sam Kinison thing.
Yeah, I was always like the character at work. Always like I can imitate people at work and do exactly what everybody I work with does, but I couldn't do it as a celebrity. Like like a celebrity, I couldn't do or
Okay.
something like that. But I used to work with
Sure.
people, and I catch on to these people, and I would do them, and everybody would laugh and this and that. So the first time I went on stage, my whole crew came with us, and it was great because I had 30, 40 people in the audience,
Yes.
and they all laughed at me. The second time, no one showed up. And no one laughed at me, and I got embarrassed and ran out of the fucking comedy club.
Jeez.
I said, I'll never go on stage again.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I want to go, like, if I did comedy right now, it would be as myself. I mean, I have stuff written that I could probably do a good 10 minutes because that's how you do. You start with 10 minutes and then you can add on to that. You know what I mean?
but because of your experience doing stuff as Sam, do you think you would try, like, it'd be hard for you to try to do your own material though, because you'd want to, if you got the audience going and everything. I know you'd probably want to start screaming and everything, just like yelling out what he was doing, and then it's just like, oh, now I'm doing Sam stuff now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be dressed like Sam. I'd be just regular. I mean, I've always honestly got to do. If you saw me back in before Sam even died,
Yeah,
I wore berets. I had long hair.
Sure. I saw
Yeah.
a lot of photos from you. You look way different back in those days. Way different. But you
Good
always
thing you
got
got
that
good thing you
look.
got rid of the dress.
Yeah. What's going on there, Antique Man? Good to see you too there.
Oh yeah.
How do you do there?
Same stuff, different day. I'm gonna break away just for a minute. I got a pot pie in the oven, but I'll be back.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're just getting stuff kind of warmed up anyway, like a pot pie. So.
Oh yeah. I kind of had a little issue with Ken. Did you read what he said?
No.
He said he's going to be gone. He's going to be beaten off. Instead I'm going to be off. It came up. I'm beaten off. Well, thanks for sharing.
Are you sure? Are you sure that wasn't? Are you sure that wasn't?
John.
That was John. That wasn't
That was
Ken.
John.
Oh, okay. Well, old
Yeah,
eyes.
John was the one saying he's beat off 2025 or beat off 2025 starts today.
Okay, that was pretty funny though.
I mean, Ken probably is beat off too. As far as why he's not on right now. I don't want to say that about him. You know, as far as he knows.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, we know that. You know, watch your hands when we come to the show. So I'll get
anyway. Sorry, I brought it up.
Well, you know, John will probably bring it up later.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, all good.
It's good to see you there, Antique Man. Really.
Thanks. Good to be here.
I was going to comment on your roast too that you did on me. You know, even though you only had a little bit, but it was pretty good. You know, because I look back on the show because I was watching like I always do, just because I like to see where I messed up or see if we didn't mess up and see how good the show was. And it was a pretty good roast, you know. And I just wish you were a little more aggressive on me too, a little bit, because I've had to have given you a lot more material than that. You know, come on now.
Have you ever tried to interrupt Mama? Mama T, have you ever tried to interrupt her?
Many times, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not easy being an antique man.
Okay. Okay, sure. We'll just change the subject, I guess.
Yeah, good idea.
I was gonna say though, little Bobby used to do Rodney Dangerfield impressions. Like he had a lot of Rodney Dangerfield material, so I used to tease him and call him Bobby Dangerfield.
Bobby Dangerfield. Yeah. All right.
Get no respect.
I can see that. Dad died. What the hell are you doing over here? I thought you had to work. What's going on? And now he's muted now. I can't hear you now.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you. You're muted.
Anyway.
I'm at the place now.
Oh, now.
I'm waiting to get into the back door.
Oh, so you are actually working. It shows you're wearing a security outfit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just assumed you were just wanting.
Sean was ready to cry that you weren't coming tonight and you were lying.
Yeah. Because I thought you were lying to me at first. You tell me it's your anniversary, and I know it's your anniversary, and so I figured you're gonna have a fancy dinner or something with your wife instead of coming on.
My wife's pissed off too because I took work over staying home with her.
Yeah. See, you guys can have a nice still meal, and you can watch the show while you're eating.
You
But
guys
I think he's
ignored.
lying anyway. He just put that shirt on to talk to us so he could put his
Yeah,
sword on.
yeah. Put the shirt on and ran out to the car, huh?
Yeah.
You guys ain't getting my messages when Johnny was talking. I said my parents liked me and I was the funnier one, anyways.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
yeah, I haven't seen any of your messages at all. They're not popping up at all for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Facebook kind of been doing something different. I can't. Okay, like it used to be where Mama T would complain about me not setting it to non-private or whatever to make it public. But now
Right.
it must be automatically set to public now because there's no option to change it or anything. For go from private to public. So
I see
it
him
must
now.
be-
I see his messages now.
Yeah. But it's all good, Mad Dog. Hey, I appreciate you at least making an appearance. So regardless, it's just that when I plan these interviews, like I said, they're not just for me anymore. This is all for all of you guys. I could have kept this all to myself, but I didn't do that.
I wouldn't miss your show for the love of the world, man. But sometimes you got to make money.
No, I understand.
Sometimes they need the big guy.
I just assumed you're retired. You got all the wealth you need.
Yeah,
I guess just like Sam. All the wealth that he got. So everybody.
I have no wealth.
Oh, you have a house, your roof over your head. You got wealth. You got a wife that loves you, a dog that loves you, kids that love you, grandkids that love you.
She made me a steak hoagie. Is this fucking big?
And I'm telling you, he's got the greatest wife in the world, and I ain't lying.
Yeah.
She's an amazing woman.
See, my brother even did her. No.
If your son Johnny was actually interested in being a part of the show, I'd love to have him on too because I think he, I don't know what his interests are, but it's like he
my
must
son.
Yeah, your son. He seems like a cool guy.
He used to come to my shows when I had porn stars. I used to make him leave.
Of course he did.
You should see what he did to him on Bike Week. Here we are. We all come out, and he's the one that gets the titties in his face.
Oh yeah,
the droopy titties.
So, I mean, this girl's boobs are down by her knees.
Jeez,
that's funny.
She had no teeth.
Oh jeez,
that's why he's gay.
Yeah, well, I guess No, like what does your son like to do? Like when he's like not doing professional things, like what does he do on his off time?
He's a big time dope smoker.
Oh really? Okay.
And he loves antique cars like I do.
Okay. Yeah, he loves cars. He has a car.
He just bought a Volkswagen. I mean, he was going to work on.
Sure.
What did I just walk into?
This is all on the gay. This is a gay podcast now, so you're part of it. You look transgender anyway, Mama T. You look like you got.
He shouldn't have said that about his son. His son's a very.
Oh well, he told me that before. That's not the reason why I want him on.
I don't give a shit. Meanwhile, Tony sits up and talks like one. Yeah, just look at those gay motherfuckers over there.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that.
Tony says gay all the time. Not all the time.
But it ain't your son I'm talking about.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but no, that ain't a joke. I'm saying I respect your son and his better half. His better half's just a hell of a guy. I mean, I love him to death. I'd do anything in the world for Brad.
I just wanted to know if he's just like if he gets just kind of like you, Sam. How you become you're a funny guy and everything. You make people laugh. If he's the type of guy like to do that too. Because growing up, I'm sure he had to see all that stuff.
Everybody in the family, everybody's funnier than Johnny, so it don't really matter.
Of course. But anyway, I have an announcement to make as well. I haven't announced it yet on Facebook, but it's for our guests coming up here in 2 weeks. Here, that'd be the 20th of October. Because tonight we have Paul Myers. Just so you guys know, he's the author of the book about John Candy, a life in comedy. But in 2 weeks we have a blues duo coming on the show, and it's all thanks to Mark Pucci again. I've interviewed these people before back when I was in South Dakota, and they've been lovely friends ever since. And I've been wanting to get these guys on for a long time since that time, but thanks to Mark, we're getting them on here in 2 weeks. They're called the Lucky Losers. Ever heard of the Lucky Losers?
No.
Yeah. They're based kind of out of California, I believe, but they're doing a lot of East Coast stuff right now. Like they're doing a tour right now. So on the 20th, in 2 weeks here, they'll be on our show. They'll be our guests, and I'm trying to find, and this is where maybe some of you guys or one of you guys or somebody can step in and help me find a guest for our Halloween show, because I want to try to keep the traditional stuff going and find us a really cool guest for that's October 27th. Oh, big building right there.
Yeah, that is the Carnegie Music Hall.
Do you want someone freaky, right?
Well, I want somebody that's kind of in the realm of Halloween, kind of that would be like somebody that would be the perfect person for like the Halloween that the show. And it doesn't have to be too freaky. It's just like somebody who you think would represent Halloween great.
What's his name on? He used to be on our panel. Hey, he was in 3 seconds of the Halloween movie.
Oh, you talking about Lance?
Lance, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've done enough with Lance. I think we've overdone Lance. As far as I know.
You okay? You look like you just did like some LSD and you're just looking out in space.
She always has to do that on the show.
Mama T.
I'm streaming to my audiences.
What?
Yeah. She's able to take our stream and stream it on her channel too. And you guys are able to do that too, Sure.
The little button up on the top where it says stream to your audiences.
You can stream to everybody.
You have to minimize the screen though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would think so.
Yeah, but here it is.
Then you can see the private chat in the comments, and
that way, you get more people. That way, if they can't find us on our channels, then they'll find us on your channel.
I don't even see the button on top. What button on top?
Yeah, but I don't have YouTube. I have YouTube, but I don't know anything about it.
Well, no, you just go to your Facebook. You just link it up to your Facebook page.
Oh, I share it on Facebook. Does that matter?
It probably doesn't, but I mean, it's more or less it'll just go live automatically.
Yeah, sharing doesn't give them all that information that he's got. You're just sharing this screen right here, like the panel. That's all you're sharing when you stream to your audience. But when you share off of Sean's page, all the information that he's sharing is with that post that you're sharing.
Oh,
that's right.
I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about.
Stuff.
Yeah, she gets it. She knows.
Anyway.
Well, don't worry about it there. If it's too hard to figure it out.
Yeah, a lot passes me by.
Sign up or sign in. I don't know how to sign up or sign in.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just share as you normally do. We'll figure it out later. We'll take a course. I'll be your instructor.
Okay, we can do that.
You press the red button, for a penis. You press the pink button for a pussy. Or something like that.
You're fucked up.
I'm having a really bad hair day.
You don't have no hair.
See that?
You're as white as snow anyway. You look like you could be Santa Claus if you really wanted to be. You can be our Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
Bitch.
Or my dog.
No, the name is Screaming Sammy Claus.
Screaming Sammy.
I do that. I do a little act with that. Maybe I'll do it at Christmas time.
Okay.
You little fucking ho! Ho!
You ho, ho, ho. Well, I was going to say, to kind of kick off the show, welcome everybody first of all, to Renegade Radio, Frank Sloss Renegade Radio, episode number 8 of season 5. This is technically episode 79, if you're paying attention chronologically, as far as the order goes. Yeah, no, that was 10 episodes ago. Now we're at episode 79, and it should be a good episode tonight because we got Paul Myers, who's an actor, not actor, but an author, who wrote a book about John Candy. And at 6:00 tonight, we'll be interviewing him. And this will be a good interview, and you guys don't want to miss the big interview with Paul. Well, tonight we have Mama T and Screaming Sam, and Mad Dog, and Antique Man. we might be joined by my nephew Tyrell here, making an appearance because I had him because of we doing the roast last week. I said I felt bad because I should have had Tyrell be part of the roast. I tell you this when I mentioned about it at work, there was a lot of people that said, "Well, geez, you should have let us know about it." But we could have roasted you. We had some material. We could have talked about you and everything, and blah blah blah. And I said,
You
"Well,
could have brought one person on at a time to talk about it and then get them off.
I didn't know there were so many people that wanted to roast me. I was just so surprised." Should I
Here
not be
we
surprised?
are. No,
Yeah.
nothing about you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because you didn't want to tear me down or cut me down, as you say. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, we had a good time, and it was good. And if we ever do it again, next time it will be a lot more extreme. But anyway, I've been trying really hard to find Mama T a date because she's been kind of sad, lonely, without Sweetie in her life, and I feel like it's my mission, since she won't date me, since it's my mission to find her a date. Would you go out with this guy at all, just by any chance?
Here I am at Chili's, mere moments before the date, and hopefully I have everything I need. I've got Mother's credit card, thanks Mother. Little chocolate rose, and I've got my charm, so I think I'm prepared. Let's hope so. All right, wish me luck. Well, Mother couldn't help herself. She had to get video of the big day. Can't say I blame her. Oh my gosh, I mean, look at me. I was so nervous I couldn't even stand still. And then, the moment that you dream about, and you see her face, and it shakes you to the core. I mean, I couldn't help myself. I was so excited when she accepted my rose. Introducing the first baby in all the land! Things were off to a great start. We shared some chips and salsas, we had great conversations, lots and lots of laughing. Okay, so she just had to step out to use the restroom, and things are going pretty well. I feel like, we're making eye contact, and, this conversation's happening, and, she's barely eating her food. I think she's very nervous, so. But so far, so good. And then, just as quickly as it started, it was over. So, unfortunately, Donna said she had to run out. Her nephew fell ill unexpectedly. And so, she had to go give him some assistance, which just tells you what kind of gal she is. We were having a blast. And the fact that she would just drop everything and rush to the aid of a family member, that's just another box checked as far as I'm concerned. What a gal. And, the silly goose forgot her rose as well. So, but the good news is that she barely touched her food, so it looks like Mother's getting a free lunch tomorrow. So, blessings.
All right, Mama T, give us your honest opinion of just go step by step of how would you handle a date like that?
Probably the same way, except before I excused myself to the bathroom, I would have put the food into container myself. He's me out of it. I probably would have taken the chocolate rose and then blocked him. What a freaking weirdo! Like, open your mouth and you talk. Instead of talking like this, and then all of a sudden open like these are some bullshit. What was that?
You go in for a hug and you get a handshake.
She probably saw him a block away, hopping and jumping on the curb there like a school kid. And but no, I think I probably wouldn't have shown up in the first place because first of all, I would have talked to him on the phone or done a video chat with him. And I imagine if I had a video chat with him, it would have went something like that video, and then he would have got blocked. So, secondly, first date at Chili's. I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I would at least come back and told me he had to go to her nephew and he's hungry and packed their food and left.
Yeah,
I took
yeah.
I took you to
You would have
Applebee's.
ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. Let's put it that way.
I took you to Applebee's, and you know, in your roast last week, you completely did a 360 on me. I didn't do any of those things that you said that I would have done.
Because there wasn't a
when I
date.
Applebee's. Well,
wasn't
okay,
a date.
maybe not to you. It wasn't a date, but
Wait. So you two went out?
Plus,
Yeah.
plus, how big of a tip did you leave?
Huh? How much? I didn't leave no tip. Of course, you're right about that. But you like your
Tanya,
flowers, dumpster, and everything, or whatever.
You went out with Frankie.
I went TV shopping with him.
Yeah, but
Now we
hey,
know.
hey, I mean, it could have been a date to me. I mean,
It should be Mama T. Slauson.
I paid for everything, just like you said I wouldn't pay for nothing. I paid for everything, plus the TV.
Who paid for the gas?
Well, I did, of course. She has no money. Anyway.
That gas comment was referring to that one time that you were supposed to pick me up. I'm
Yeah.
miles out of the way.
Well, I got that. I got that. You can. I mean, you're right on some things, but you're wrong on most things. So.
Because there was a connection between you two.
Because I'm a good date. I'm a very good date. People like.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'll see you guys. Have a great show, man. Break a leg.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Bye bye.
Love you too.
Kisses her.
See you, fat ass.
Yeah, see you, fat ass.
Did you see him in the comments?
What? What's the
You were
comments?
watching before he came in, and Sam, you were talking about how you didn't get support. He says my mommy and daddy were too old to go, and because I was the favorite son and the more talented son.
Yeah, I was trying to see that.
Oh, that's on the Facebook post.
That's too funny.
Everyone thinks he's funnier than me too, and that's not right.
Maybe looks and smell.
So they tell you that, huh? They just literally just say, "Yeah, he's funnier than you."
Well, it depends who. If I ask, I'm funny.
You asked your family, and I don't know if that was just an act or what, but they must have really been sincere about that.
No, that's been going on forever and ever.
Oh, jeez.
Who's funnier?
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, I'm a good date, and I understand it was just a friend thing.
It was a roast.
Huh?
It was a roast. It wasn't supposed to be all true.
But I just want to rebuttal, right? Because now that I've had time to think about it, to actually, since I've watched it a few times or whatever, I had time to blast it in my head thinking about that. I'm just like, well, that's not right, but okay, sure. So I just want to clear up some things, just so everybody knows that I'm a good date. So if you date me, you win. If you don't date me, well, somebody else wins, I guess. So there
it goes.
Are we still roasting today?
Well, what this was leading to was I was going to, if Tyrell comes back before our guest gets on here, I was going to let him do a roast on me because he didn't get to participate. And he's my nephew, technically. So he has a lot of ammunition, so it's like, and he won't hold back, trust me, he will not hold back. And so
what you ought to do one show is have me and Tony roast each other.
That would be something. That's something that if we don't have a guest one night, which we might, maybe that's something you guys can plan for the next episode. Because honestly, I don't, I've been trying to get some guests or whatever, but it's, I haven't really been trying that hard lately because I've been getting some help. I hate to share that with everybody, but it's like it's true. Mark's been helping me a little bit. And so, it's been kind of nice to not have to worry about, filling up things because after a Halloween show, then we'll be taking a week or two off for hunting. And then we'll come back probably the second or third week of November and then go till the second week of December. And then we'll take a month off for season 6. So that's kind of how I want to do it anyway. And then whatnot. So anyway, if Tyrell shows back up, then we'll let him do a roast. And if he doesn't, then we'll just wait till the next time or whatever. But yeah, so our just so like I was saying, our guests are in a couple weeks are the lucky losers. They're a band based out of California, but they've been doing a tour around the East Coast and everything lately. So they're on the road right now, but they'll be joining us here in a couple weeks here. So, and that's pretty much basically all I have right now for a guest. So that's why I'm hoping that we can find somebody at least for our Halloween episode here coming up here in a couple weeks. Or else I'll be going on a date by myself and it'll end up like this.
Would you like to hear about our specials tonight?
No, steak.
You don't want to hear them? They're delicious.
Then put them on the menu. Steak.
Wow. Can I just read them full?
Well, hurry up. Steak.
Okay, for our appetizer, we have a jumbo lump crab cake.
Jumbo lumps?
No, jumbo lumps. It's just like big.
Okay. Steak.
Yes, our soup of the day.
Soup? Do I look sick? I ain't sucking no chicken's noodles. Next.
Well, our seafood
Shut
special.
up, 2, 3, 4. I don't want no jumbo lumps. I don't want to eat no fish. I don't want no soup, girl. I ain't a sick little bitch. Put some steak up in my mouth. Give me steak right goddamn now. Oh, boys. Thank you. Steak.
Fine, I'll just go get the steak.
Hey, where the restrooms at, miss?
It's actually Ms.
All right, well, where's the restroom? I need to piss. Oh, boys.
Just so you know, the Odd Boys is the company that makes the video. Just so you know, just in case if you're wondering. The company is called Odd Boys, the media company that made that animation. It's not, he's not trying to say he wants to have steak or piss on boys or whatever. Just so you know, not so we're not into some freaky shit or anything. Okay. Anyway, so what's been going on with everybody since our last episode? It's been we're now in October, and I can say I had a pretty good birthday. It went pretty good. I ended up going to Grand Forks with an old friend of mine, and doing some fun things. We ate at Culver's. That was fun. I haven't ate there in a while.
I don't think I've ever eaten there.
Yeah, well, man, it was pretty good. I mean, they got all those ice creams and stuff, and they got cod, and they got burgers, they got all types of stuff.
It sounds too much like something you'd find in a ditch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Culver's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Culver's, not cupboards. Culver's.
Culvert.
Culver's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Culver's, not Culverts. Culverts, though. It's Culver's. Culverts.
Yeah, maybe the T's silent. I don't know. Or whatever she said. I don't know.
There's no T in it. There
is a T in there, I thought. Is there not? Culverts? Whatever. I ate there anyway. The bottom line is I ate there. I went with my friend. Dude, we had a good time, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good time to celebrate my birthday. Look forward to, and I actually was able to get some money from my. And I'll say this because you guys know about that my father, my biological father passed away earlier this year. Okay, so there's no T. Okay, perfect. There's just Mama T. That's all, or maybe that's silent too. I wish it was sometimes. Kidding.
That was good. That was funny.
I'd say some funny things sometimes. Anyway. But what was I saying now? Everybody knows that my biological father passed away earlier this year. That's all. Everybody knows that already, right? Well, surprisingly, for my birthday, and now I didn't know this was going to be happening at all, but it just kind of, I was up early, on my birthday, just getting some happy birthdays or whatever, and I got an email, from my Venmo, and because I have Venmo and everything, but it doesn't get used that often. I noticed that it said that a deposit has been made, and I was just like, I thought it was spam at first, and here it wasn't. And now it's not. It wasn't a big, huge ass amount, but it was something more than I expected anyway. And so it was. Let's just say I had a very happy birthday because of that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So I appreciate that they came through and actually gave me. All that they said that they had left of his inheritance, but it's like, well, okay. I mean, okay. I guess they do care about me a little bit,
Aww.
A little bit, yeah. Because lately nobody's been. No, you know, I have one aunt that's pretty much been keeping up with me. Nobody calls me. Nobody. I have all these cousins, all these relatives and stuff that got to meet, and I felt like just like I figured, strange going in, strange coming out, or even stranger coming out. I was a stranger going in, and I'm still a stranger going out. You know.
Sounds like my
Nobody.
college sex life.
Sounds like my entire sex life, kind of. You know. Anyway, so
In and out and
you ever have a
in
family like
and
that,
out.
that you know you think that if you attend this event that everybody's going to pay more attention to you because you went, and then all of a sudden you think that you made some new family and new people. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. And all these people have great careers and everything. They have made big jobs, bigger than I will ever have, like 10 times the amount of money that I do, and yet they can't just give a simple text or a phone call or ask how I'm doing or whatever. They say they love me. They keep using the love word, the L word, We love you. But they don't show that love. It's always, we say we love, but we don't show. So I don't know. John, anything to say about that at all? Or does all your family love you?
See, my brother gets mad when I say this.
Yeah.
But I am the black sheep of the family.
Oh.
I caused trouble when I was a kid, wrecked all my dad's cars, blew them up. Like even my dad, we were down in Florida. He was 80 years old, and we were having dinner, and someone asked him, "Mr. Lutz, who was the worst kid in your family?" And it didn't take long for him to go, "He is."
How'd that make you feel then when he said that?
Actually, I thought that was cool. I love being a black sheep. I love being different to my family.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they were all the same fucking way. They just never got caught.
All right. You always got caught though.
So
you always got caught though, huh?
Yeah.
Same. I was a troublemaker in high school. I was a bad influence on my cousins. I mean,
my goodness.
I ran away from home. I snuck out in the middle of the night to go meet boyfriends. I mean, but I wasn't I was an only child until I was 8. My mom remarried, and then I had little sisters after that. So I was always the black sheep. I didn't quite fit in with my stepdad's family, and and even now, like, I can share this to our family group chat, and nobody will watch it, or my show.
That's what my family is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
that pink Mama T mug I have. They did buy that for me for my 50th birthday. They did spell it wrong because they obviously haven't seen the show and see how I spell MOMMA, and they spelled it MAMA. But I mean,
when I was a kid,
counts, right?
When I was
It says
younger,
the S with Mama T on it. So I mean, nothing else says that. I don't have any merch or anything. I mean, it's a thought that counts.
when I was a little kid, I used to run away from home like all the time, and I had a bag full of clothes, and I'd be all upset, and I'd leave home, and I ran down the street to my aunt's house, and I'd sleep in her back room, and I'd hear her call my mom, go, "He's here, don't worry about it." And they just let me tell I wanted to go home, but I was always running away from home.
Oh. Yeah, for me, I always felt like the black sheep as well because I was so different, not just because of the whole adoption thing, but just that was part of it, but just the way I was raised and just the way how I lived my life, growing up and had speech, had the I was a disabled kid, I was the one of the family that had the disability and everything, and I got judged for that by a lot of peers. And it's funny now that you go back in life now, and it's like there's a lot of people out there who I'll see, whether that's a casino or back at home or whatever, will shake my hand and say how proud they are of me now, all of a sudden because of whatever I'm doing. But these are people that would never give me, and still even to this day, even though they say they're proud, they still, never invite me anywhere, never want to actually hang out with me, get to know me, whatever. They just, to make themselves look good and to make me try to feel good anyway, they'll shake my hand and say, "We're proud of you." Yeah,
So now I'm curious, if you don't mind me asking, was it a learning disability or was it the cleft palate?
Everything. everything. Because the cleft palate was part of it, and then the learning disability, well, because of speech. That was the big thing. Because as you know, or if you don't know, I didn't speak until I was 4 years old. And since then, I haven't shut up. You know?
Right.
But, however, I did something that most people that had my condition don't do, and that is broadcasting school, and that is radio. You know, you might look at me and you might see a guy, oh, who the hell is this guy? He says he knows everything. Well, I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. I've done hours upon hours upon hours of radio that got me to this point. So,
and you do have a distinctive voice. I mean,
well,
I know I
it took
was
a while
telling you a
to
little
get
bit about it last week, and I know you're a little sensitive about it, but you know, it's part of the road. You know,
it's just you.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch. We all found that out.
No. It's not. It's not because of that. I don't mind that it came from you. Like if Sam would have did that, or if anybody else would do it, it wouldn't have bothered me because it's just coming from my crew. Other people, it bothers me because other people are trying to be hurtful. You know, or they used to
like
be.
Like that fucking asshole Mad Dog.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. You know, call me a fat fuck and everything. You know, on his roast right there.
No,
Like
I don't
he's
mean
got-
him. I mean
Oh.
Mad Dog fucking.
Oh yeah.
Tony don't give a fuck what he says about him. What he?
Yeah, I know. That's
It's
okay.
the other asshole I'm talking about.
Yeah.
New York guy.
All Mad Dogs are assholes. I'm gonna put that out there, folks. All Mad Dogs.
Well, that guy's
assholes.
well, that guy just put himself over like like he's all this, like he's done this. Yeah, he's interviewed some people, and you know what? It would have been nice if he would have helped me get at least one guy that I wanted to get, and that's Michael Pereira, who was Eddie Wilson and Eddie the Cruisers. That's one of my favorite actors. So he knows him. He's talked to him personally and had him on the show. So I thought, well, that'd be kind of cool, another bucket list interview accomplished. Because this year alone, if you haven't been paying attention or following along, folks, this has been a bucket year kind of list for me. We've had some good interviews, of people that I haven't wanted to interview for a very long time. It just happened to work out that, you got two Jesuses. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. You got two of them. You got Jesus, you got Christ.
I was gonna make my little joke, like, what do men and lesbians have in common? Well, besides loving women, they spent 9 months trying to get out and the rest of their lives trying to get back in.
Wow. Well,
I went to my doctor yesterday, and I go, listen, next time, will you take your ring off? He goes, that was my watch.
No, Sam goes in and gets his ring to resize, and he realizes it's cock ring. It's not his actual wedding ring.
I've got it right here. Let me see. No, I can't find it.
Has your name on it, Sam Kinson's face. Everything. That's right. Anyway, lately there's been a lot more up and coming AI stuff coming up lately. If you haven't been paying attention, I guess all the people who we thought were dead are now alive now again, and this is one of those guys.
You ever notice when you tell people you're shy, they immediately say, no, you're not? Like they just hit the unshy button. If I had one, trust me, I'd have used it at prom. People ask me, Mike, why do you dance everywhere? Because if I moonwalk out of a conversation, nobody follows. You ever notice how people tell you to act natural? If I act natural, I'm spinning in a grocery store aisle, okay? Lady told me, sir, this is Whole Foods. So I downloaded this app, Grindr. Yeah, I thought it was a sandwich place, okay? I was hungry. I'm like, ooh, Italian footlong, let's go. Next thing I know, my phone's like, there's a bear 200 feet away. I said, in Los Angeles? I don't hike, man. I just wanted to... You know, growing up, my house was kind of tough because everybody said I was the favorite. My brothers would be like, man, Mike got the best dance moves, the shiniest jackets. He gets all the mashed potatoes. And I'm like, well, what can I say? Mama liked me best because I did the moonwalk. You ever notice how your GPS says in 500 feet, turn left, but never says in 500 feet, there's a donut shop? Maybe think about your life decisions. I need that version. I tried to moonwalk past a salad bar once. Let it still suit me. You ever try to order an Uber and the driver cancels because he thinks you're a hologram? It's rude, man. My GPS be like, turn left. I'm like, hee. Spin 3 times, end up back in bed. That's not efficient.
That's amazing. It's amazing. I wish somebody would be Sam Kinison, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm waiting for that too because they've done Eddie Guerrero, they brought back Chris Benoit, they brought back Tupac and little Biggie and
Everybody doing this stuff would please put Sam Kinison out there so we can see that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Please, that would be it. Because I mean, you obviously know how to do it and get the right voice and everything. So, but yeah, that's what Michael Jackson would be like if he was a stand-up comedian.
That was amazing.
Something just occurred to me. Something I did rewatch last week's. Just last thing about last week's episode.
Sure.
I realized it. I didn't catch it right away until after I watched it. But when I was doing I thought it was like a pig roast where you dig the hole and you light the fire and you put the pig in. And smartass here says, "Mom T, keep doing that."
Oh yeah. That was Mad Dog. Yeah, Mad Dog was interrupting your roast a lot. And I just
know.
That's him, man. He does that no matter what. I mean,
somebody shit his pants is like that.
Like when we're having conversations with people, he's like constantly buttoning on me, like, "Shut the fuck up." But who's saying that, Mama T? About who? Me?
No, that was your brother.
Was it Mad Dog?
It was me. I said, I didn't think you heard me. I didn't think anybody heard me. And you didn't.
I didn't at first. I had to watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like this.
I'm
gonna take do that. Do that again.
Yeah. Do that again, Mama T. Come on, do that again. You're bouncing. Mad Dog loved that you were bouncing, so it's like, showing your boobs. Do that again.
I came back to the studio today.
Do it again.
Okay, now your turn, Sam. Bounce your boobs now. Well, luckily we don't ever have smell-o-vision, because if we did, I think Stone Cold Steve Austin would have a problem with us.
When you get in that goddamn shower, hit the bar of soap. Put a little water on it and rub it all underneath your armpits, around your balls, and your fucking asshole, would you, you smelly prick? Here's a tube of toothpaste. What you do is you pour some of this out on a little toothbrush and you scrub them fucking gimmicks in your mouth. They're called teeth. Get all that yellow shit off of them. Your breath don't smell like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Deodorant. It's a miracle worker. You put it under your fucking armpits. You get me? You fucking Viking? Last but not least, your trusty hairbrush. This thing does a goddamn wonders if you got some fucking hair. I ain't got no fucking hair.
Yeah, I was.
So, Mama T, next time your asshole you'll get smelly, just remember that.
I use shower gel. I don't use bar soap. That was because ever since I was a kid, I've been grossed out by bar soap. Because I hopped in the shower after my dad go to freaking wash my face with his bar of soap, and his fucking ball hair is stuck to the fucking bar soap. No, I haven't used.
Oh, you just fucking ruined it for me, man. I love Irish Spring. Not totally.
I like Irish Spring. I like Ivory. I like Caress. But man, and Sweetie's not out of my life. He does still come over. We do still hang out. He does shower here once in a while, and I'm glad I don't have bar soap in there. Just saying.
Are you guys like intimate at all? Do you guys do it at all?
That's a personal question.
Very personal. You're wondering if we're friends with benefits?
Does he buy you a TV and take you out to Applebee's and everything?
Wait, you bought her the TV?
No, I didn't buy. No, I bought it for myself.
Wait a minute! No. This is getting
no, you're not buying a TV.
Let me tell you something, folks. There's some confusion going on here, whatever they call it.
No, see, the date. It wasn't even a date. It was just I had
China, and he's selling the fucking.
Back in January, I was looking for a TV. I was looking for a mini LED TV, and I wanted a mini LED TV, but I didn't have enough money for it because they're too fucking expensive. Now they're getting down in price now, so they're not as expensive. Anyway, so I wanted somebody to come with me. Nobody else was coming with me. Mama T was available. I picked her up. We went, got gas. We went to Grand Forks and, went and got the TV, and then we went and ate and everything. And it was good. It was a good time. We don't do that often. And it's been a while since we've hung out. We might have to hang out again sometime soon again. Do that again sometime.
Well, since you, I think we haven't hung out since you came over and gave your confession.
Oh, yeah. And don't tell anybody about that confession. Because
He already
we don't
knows.
need anybody.
He knows.
Huh?
She told him.
Huh?
He already knows. She told him. We talked about it last night.
You talked about it.
No, he talked about it. Not during the show,
Okay.
but yeah, he brought it up.
Oh. Because
Hey, did anybody ever hear?
He told me
Okay.
that she came clean.
Wow. Okay, but just for until I verify
No,
that.
I'm not saying any more than that. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't say anything more than that.
Not to
I don't
change
need
the
to be in
subject
trouble.
or anything.
Yeah, let's change.
Anybody ever hear? Did anybody ever hear the Chinese guy from China who does Trump?
No.
He's freaking. You have to look him up. Look up Chinese. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but listen to this guy.
Porridge. But if you really want to drink decent soup, you have to come to China. Today I'm at the capital of soup of China. We're in Luoyang, and what we have here is the famous Luoyang beef soup. I'm going to show you how luxurious drinking soup is in China. It's got everything in it. It's got very
Is he
thick,
exact or what?
fragrant broth.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a history of 100
Food
years.
looks pretty good,
The
too.
locals drink it every day to start the day.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing.
Yeah, if you're on TikTok, look up Chinese Trump. I'm telling you, dude. I
Pretty
went
hilarious.
every video. I had to watch every freaking video because he does the manners. I mean, it's just fucking awesome.
Wow.
Like he's from China. He never been to America.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, I mean, hey, some people are able to practice the voice. You know, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could do voice impressions because if
I
I
wish
could
I
have
could
nailed
too.
them, man,
Like
I
I
tell you, that would be-
I did employees. I did fellow workers. I could do their whatever actions, their voices, whatever.
Sure.
Like, I could do my old boss like to the T. Like he's a tough guy, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah,
I can only do one impression, and it's of a local guy here, but everybody knows him. Like this local guy. If Ricky's still watching, he'll know who this is.
Like speak English, sir.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, dude.
Bitch, she's got all kinds of money.
I can only do Sean Connery as 007.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, Mish Pushe.
Okay.
Yeah, Mish Pushe. That's it.
Yeah.
When you can say Miss Pushe, what else is there?
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, back in the day,
I gotta white out my screen. I'm blurry.
yeah. Well, you know, back in the day when we were young, you know, I mean, we grew, you know, for us that grew up in Minnesota, you know, we kind of, some of us had a pretty good life, I would say. Did you ever have a life growing up like this?
That was some good
Those
AI
are good
right
old
there,
days.
man.
In
Good
the
old
90s,
days.
I was 30-some years old in the 90s.
You go trick or treating when you're 36 at all?
I've never ever played a video game in my fucking entire life. Other
Why
than
not?
I worked
Why
for a
not?
vending company and I used to fix pinball machines and those video games, but I'd never been onto a TV video game played ever.
Oh yeah, we used to have a Nintendo. My cousin and I used to play like Duck Hunter, Super Mario Brothers, or whatever, and the free ones that came with the thing anyway. And every time we'd sit down and play, I'd be getting ahead, and then she'd lose a life and she'd hit reset.
Jeez. I've never even used an ATM machine.
Me either.
I don't even have a debit card, and they always
I
ask
do.
me for it. Yeah.
I have a debit card, but I won't take it. I won't take money out of a.
So you always just use cash all the time when you go places.
No,
But
I
as
use
far
my
as
debit
that
card.
film goes, the 60s and early 70s was just like that, except for the video games.
Sure.
We outside played and bicycled and did all that stuff.
Well, this was created by somebody that did it through AI, and I think it's just amazing how they got the details pretty good. You know.
Yeah, it was a good flick.
I mean, there's no name brands or anything. You couldn't tell the movie titles like Blockbuster or anything, but that was spot on.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty good for that.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool anyway. I also have like a new style recipe video for you guys because who doesn't like to take something that's already a classic and make it into something a little bit more better. How about this?
This isn't lunch, it's not dinner, and it's definitely not a sandwich. Let's make a cheesesteak. Potato. You ever look at something classic like a cheesesteak and think, yeah, that's cool, but what if it was more potato-y? Nope, don't do that. Because I did, and now I pretty much can't go back. Cooper Sharp. Listen, I was using provolone up until now, and I finally got this Cooper Sharp White American, and it changed everything I thought I knew about a cheesesteak, and all I have to say is, I apologize. However, what I'll never apologize for is taking culinary classics like a cheesesteak and flipping them on their face while stuffing them into a spud. I have been absolutely obsessed with twice baked potatoes, and it's definitely not going to stop now. Cheesesteaks are good, but dare I say, cheesesteak stuffed potatoes are better. You know when you look at something and you want to eat it so badly that you don't care if it's going to burn your mouth? Ow. That's me right now.
It looks good though. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that video a couple weeks ago. I was going to play it last week, but it's like, that looks pretty damn good.
There's this kid I love. I think his name is Landon. He's this chubby kid, and he's always drinking while he's cooking. And
yeah, I've seen him.
Oh yeah.
I love that kid. He's my favorite. That and that Midwestern mom. She does Minnesota salads. They aren't really salads. And she takes recipes from old school church recipe books that your great grandma submitted these salads with the green jello and the cottage cheese and yeah, just those are hilarious.
Well,
and then there's one where she makes one of these salads and she goes to eat it and she's like,
But so, Mama T, were you doing this before or after you went on your latest date with Sweetie here to Best Buy?
How do I know if it's going to fit if I stick it in?
Why don't you just give it a try? Just shove it in. Charge me up.
Okay, bend over.
I am.
It's kind of short and stubby, but I guess that'll get the job done.
Well, I prefer long and bulbous.
Do ya?
I'm gonna knock real deep inside. I need some help getting it out.
This could be good for some ASMR.
Step aside, and I'll show you how it's done.
Very subtle. Wow, this would fit a huge load.
I knew it. I knew you had huge loads.
Oh my God. It might be the ring camera I need. So somebody's rustling around my property.
It's not going to stop me, in case you're wondering.
What do you mean?
You ever seen Mission Impossible?
Yeah?
That's me, coming up the rafters, hands and legs free. Suck you off.
All right, 3 of these.
Wow, Mama T, more intense in this episode.
It looks like her a little bit.
That's what I've been saying. You know, that's what it's been the running joke for the last 3 episodes. Kind of so. She loves to suck people off. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I know how that date went that night.
Well, she didn't do that to me at all. I didn't get nothing. You know, I had to buy everything. I didn't bring her home.
So you bought the TV and dinner?
He got to spend quality time with me.
Yeah, quality time. It was quality time. You know? No, it was, and and we should go back to it.
For me gracing you with my presence is what you did.
But see, she'll know for next time, because I'm sure there'll be a next time. Eventually, Sweetie will fade in the sunset or whatever, and she'll be alone again, and then to realize, yeah, she needs a real man, Before
he's all man.
And then we'll film it. Then we'll film it for the show. We'll do a segment for the show.
I haven't been single since I was 17.
Yeah,
I don't want to worry about answering to somebody, worrying about hurting somebody's feelings, worrying about catering to somebody's every need, taking care of somebody. That's the only reason I want to be single. It's not.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, Marty.
Everybody thinks that I broke up with Sweetie because he's not enough or whatever. But
don't worry about it, Marty. I'd have to take care of you anyway because you barely take care of yourself. So it's like it doesn't matter. That's kind of
yeah, because it's you in my PayPal all the time. It's sending me money, right?
That's right. Anyway. So yeah, one more video to show before our guest shows up, and this is one of those narrating videos here. Enjoy.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to welcome y'all out to Sarah Dell and Jimmy Smitherson's back patio and picnic table area. You know them, they own the furniture store over there by the gas station. We're getting Peggy married off today. We done rolled the paper towels out. First off, we got Sherry coming down here with her high heels on, acting like she ain't never worn high heels before, but God knows she has. When she used to dance down there at the Giddy Girl. Everybody used to. And then we got Lucy here with her Jesus sandals on. I guess those feet are hurting them. You still got that bursitis? Let me get my cigarette out of the way. I knew I shouldn't have lit this Maverick here. And then we got Lucy Jean with her pantsuit on. She just got out of prison last week. She looks a little annoyed. Then we got Sheila she's tugging at herself a little bit. She's got a skirt on, looking nice, girl. Then we got Doug and them two bad kids, Asphalt and Rat. And turn them around there, Doug. Yeah, there you go. Then we got this little angel here, Blossom. Come on down, baby. Drop them flowers or peanut shells, whatever it is. Drop them on down, baby. Now hustle up, but you got to move faster than that. Come on now. You remember how you did at the Easter egg hunt, baby. Come on, let's go. Roll it out. Come on now. The guy that she's marrying will be dead by the time you get down here to the end. Now there you go. Hop on over there to the side. All right, now we got Peggy with this nice sundress on. I can see straight through it. Lord have mercy. You can touch her, Jimmy Della. I don't think she's going to bite you. Maybe she will. Hey, put your hand down, Asphalt. All right, I can't believe she chose white, but I mean, I know what she's been doing. You know what I've been. Yeah, there you go. Shit, you ain't even got your parcel in, Peggy. Hug his neck and get him out of here. There you go. Hey, Jimmy Della, I left that Jameson whiskey on the back table back there. Go get you some. I know you're just chomping at the bit for that. Lord have mercy. Looks like we got the whole damn softball team here. Watch out, Kardashian. Shit, you gonna break your ankle. Lord, it was funny. I know it. Tara, did your sleeves get caught up in the weed eater or what? All right, let's get around here. Yeah, I'm coming. Don't point. Don't tell me what to do. Asphalt, get your finger out your mouth now. Shit, I tell you what. Who are you marrying here, Peggy? Holy shit, Peggy, Peggy, is that a mummy? Shit, she's marrying Stephen Hawking.
What the hell was it?
I don't know. Something you can't ever take back and all. No.
A marriage in City Park because it's cheaper?
That's right. Love is in the air, That's for sure. Anyway, so so I think we'll take a quick couple second break. I'm gonna play a quick commercial here before we get before our guest comes. Paul Myers will be joining us here, hopefully here at the top of the hour. It should be anyway. So we'll be right back here after a quick little break announcement.
When it comes to podcasts and social media, stick with the best. Grand Forks' best source. Keep up to date with local happenings and news, interviews with city leaders, athletes, nonprofits, and of course, lots of feel-good stories. You know, Grand Forks' best source is a great way to advertise your business or events with the most economical ad packages available. And contact us to find out how you can have your own podcast with the best studio in the area. Check out Grand Forks' best source on your favorite social media app. Grand Forks' best source, the Forks' best local podcast. Call 701-213-0863 or online at gfbestsource.com. We love the Forks. Grand Forks Best Source, giving the Forks their identity again.
I got $100 for some leftover cream corn. I never knew corn was worth so much.
That's right. Corn is at an all-time high, and you can turn your unused corn into money with Cash for Corn.
I'm not grilling corn on the cob this 4th of July. That'd be like burning money.
We'll send you a postage-paid Ziploc bag. Just fill it, send it back to us, and Cash for Corn will pay you promptly.
Sure, I spend a little extra time in the bathroom, but picking out the corn is like writing myself a check.
Don't flush away thousands of dollars. Call Cash for Corn now.
I've been rolling down this road with my head held high. Nothing's ever gonna break the spirit that won't die. And through the dust and pain, I find a way to shine. Living wild and free, this renegade is mine. I am a renegade, and I'm never gonna fade. I am a renegade, hear the freedom that I make. Chasing dreams with my heart, tearing worlds apart. I am a renegade, and I'm never gonna fade.
All right. We are back here with Frankie Slosson's Renegade Radio right here on Facebook. And we're waiting for our latest guest, Paul Myers. Should be coming in here soon, hopefully. I gave him the link here a few weeks ago. So, I gave it to his publisher. That's how they wanted it. They wanted it to his publisher. So I assume they gave him the link that I gave him. So we'll find out here soon, I guess.
And that last
Yeah.
video you played, how could you find the worst fucking pictures of everybody on there?
Right?
I didn't do that. That was Jeremy that did that. That was the last thing that Jeremy did. Like I haven't needed Jeremy in a long time, so it's like that's the last thing he did for me.
I mean, everybody looks like we look like we're retarded.
Well, because we are. That's why.
I'm sitting there with that half fucking colored beard with these fucking.
Antique man off.
Yeah, Antique Man's like. Tanya's like, I don't know.
Is that the first time you saw that? I played that.
No. I've seen that a lot of times, but it always bugs me when I see that fucking thing. Like John Roberts is normal. He knows he does.
Yeah.
Lance is normal.
Oh yeah.
Just me, Mama T. Mad Dog. Is Mad Dog on her? Oh yeah, he was. I didn't like that picture. He's like,
oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just like, well, I mean, we tried to we tried to do what we could anyway to, like, when Jeremy told me that he was going to make me something, because I asked him to, I said, can you make me an intro? I didn't know what he was going to do. He wouldn't tell me. So it's like, so for the last 6 months or so, this is what, other than the stuff that I made, I've been using his stuff, and I kind of transformed the video into a different song. But
we appreciate it anyway. Thank you, sir.
It's kind of funny how you told me on your roast back how all of my intro stuff sounded terrible. When he made your intro shit too.
I didn't make. I only made half of it. I didn't make all of it. Jeremy wanted to do something, and it's just like, And the thing is, I welcome Jeremy to still be a part of the show if he wants to do anything, but it's like, it's like I just
we appreciate it, Jeremy.
I'm surprised anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably not now.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, hey, I got AI. AI helps me with everything now. Really. So it's like I don't need anybody to help me anymore. And as far as creativity goes, anyway, I got that taken care of now. I didn't have that back a year or so ago because it wasn't a thing. All right, looks like here. So our guest has officially arrived, everybody.
Sorry about that.
Hey.
I didn't quite see that the link was a StreamYard link, and I was on some other service trying to find it. So that's just,
no, that's all right. That's all right.
that's a 21st century problem, man. Okay, well, I'm excited to be here and ready to make up for lost time.
Oh, you're only 5 minutes late. It's okay, Paul. Hey, we're blessed to have you anyway, no matter what. You're a legendary guy. You come from a legendary family. We love everything that you do, and I'm gonna kiss your ass as much as I can because I love this.
Well, thank you.
I'm the guy that got a hold of you, by the way, or got a hold of Melissa to schedule.
Oh,
this.
that's great. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes. I want to introduce you first to our panel, just so you kind of have an idea of who you're talking with tonight. Other than myself, Mama T, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Mama T. I used to date a blues musician who encouraged me to get my own podcast. After he encouraged me to start my own newsletter. And Frankie decided he wanted me to be on his podcast before I started mine. So, I mean, he passed away a year ago, but I'm still doing it. And Frankie lets me let loose on this one. I don't let loose on mine. There's no cussing, swearing, or drinking on mine. But this is my fun time podcast. You're gonna have a good time.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. I will let Antique Man go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Well, thank you. Good evening, Paul. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You bet. My name is Eric Wilson Adams. I grew up in the Dakotas. Was a lead singer in a cover band for many years. 8 years ago, we were inducted to the South Dakota Rock Hall of Fame. And now the last couple of years, I've been on this as a co-host and have a few of my own songs on some radio stations. And that what makes me the Antique Man is that I'll be 73 in a few days.
Awesome. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Scream Sam, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you. I was a Sam Kinison tribute artist for years and years and years, sponsored by Bill Kinison and his family. And
wow,
back in the day, this is actually me, and this is what I looked like back in the day.
Oh my God. It's a spitting image for Sam Kinison.
Yeah, Bill Kinison freaked out when he met me, and we went to Sturgis together. We hung out in California together, and just a great time, and got to meet a lot of Sam's friends, and really loved me back in the day. I was dead ringer of Sam. But
Well, I hope you've dried out since then.
Yeah, dried out. I don't have it no more. You know.
Mark Maron, the comedian, tells a lot of stories about doing the worst things possible with Sam Kinison. So, but hey, I'm glad we're here.
Oh yeah, and we're just glad that you're here too, because when I found out that you were doing a book about John Candy, I said one way or another we gotta find a way to get you on here. And then you sent me the email of how to get a hold of your agent and everything, or the publisher anyway, and it just worked out so well. I'm Frankie. I'm the one that got a hold of you. This kind of the show founder, co-creator of Renegade Radio. We've been doing this since August of 2023. I have a big background in broadcasting, even though I'm not really in radio currently at the moment. But I wanted to do a podcast, and I love interviewing people. And like I said, you're definitely I didn't know that. I mean, I knew Mike had a brother, but I didn't know
two brothers.
I know
he has two brothers.
Two brothers. Okay. Do you guys mostly all look alike? Because I mean, you guys.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, if you had us next to each other, we don't look exactly alike at all. Mike is starting to look a little bit more like me now because he's starting to wear glasses, and I've been wearing glasses since the jazz age. Yeah. Go ahead, Mom.
Okay.
I'm wondering if Mike would have been born a girl, would they have called him Mary?
That's definitely what Peter and I, who are the older brothers, called him when we were kids, because and it was mainly to tease him. Of course, now it would have been a compliment, but we would say Peter, Paul, and Mary, and of course, that's what kids do.
You're right.
But it's we my two brothers, actually this relates to the book. The main reason that I'm a comedy nerd is because Peter, my older brother, and my younger brother Mike, we used to watch comedy television when we were kids, and we were just at the right age to be big fans of Monty Python's Flying Circus. And then that got us, and there's a lot of stuff here. My dad's from Liverpool, England, so he loved English things. So he would play us comedy albums from England during the war, from the war years, and things like the Goon Show. I don't know if you've heard of them, but the Cambridge Footlights Review with Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. And then we would hear when Python was on TV in Canada, where I grew up, we would watch that. And then we all watched Saturday Night Live when it came on the air. And so we're from Toronto, Canada, yay. And then Second City Television comes on the air, which is local, and it's from our neighborhood. And we're like, holy cow, we can be funny in Canada. And John Candy was in that cast. And we immediately fell in love with the entire cast, Catherine O'Hara also. And John Candy was like our hero right away. So that's how the long road to get to this book, which it's just being published today. So I have a copy in my hand finally. That's the long road. And then there's a lot of other stories along the way, of course, but my lifelong obsessions are music and comedy. And I do the Record Store Day podcast. I think you can see the graphic back there, where I interview musicians every week, and record people and producers and things like that. So it's sponsored by the Record Store Day people who put on Record Store twice a year. So music and comedy are my two big things. So it's like kind of a no-brainer that I'd be writing I write some books about music. Like I did one on Todd Rundgren, and I did another one on some friends of mine from Toronto called the Bare Naked Ladies. They asked me to write their official book. And then I wrote a book about the blues guy, Long John Baldry from England, who's the guy who was kind of the English guy who helped introduce the blues to a lot of people like the Stones. They borrowed records. Anyway, long story short, I've written a bunch of books that are about music and comedy. And now I'm talking too much. So you guys go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The Kids in the Hall. Kids in the Hall was one of my favorite shows. And now that I know that you wrote a book about it, I want to see that now.
The book's called The Kids in the Hall, One Dumb Guy. And the title comes from something that Bruce McCullough of The Kids in the Hall said. He said, they're all five smart guys, but together they make really bad decisions. So they add up. They add up to one dumb guy. So so that became the title immediately became the title of that book. And that book did really well with comedy nerds like myself. And that's how the publisher of that book ended up saying, hey, what else you got? And I said, well, I'd love to do this book about John Candy. So that's, again, how we got here.
That's awesome. What's the age difference between you and your brother? Like your brothers and
Peter's about 3.5 years older than me, and Mike's about 1.5 years older than me. Younger than me. Sorry, I'm the middle.
Yeah, right.
And all of that implies, if anyone here is a middle kid, they know, there's a personality trait that's common to middle kids. And plus, there's a lot of things about us. So like I said, my parents are both from Liverpool, England. We are first generation Canadian born. And Mike and I are both the first people in our family to have dual citizenship. So we're both U.S. citizens and Canadian citizens. Oh, wow. So and that's confusing, isn't it? And certain people want to tip me to take them with me to go back to Canada right now. So it's definitely an interesting time to be a multinational person, and I'm just really proud of both countries, frankly. But I think I'm Canadian first. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just like an ethnicity. You are kind of true to your people, and my people happen to be Canadian, and there's a lot of British in me too. I'm a huge Beatle fan. So
don't be sorry.
I don't be sorry. Yeah, I don't. Canadians say sorry. Canadians say sorry. It's our version of hello.
I'm Native American.
Oh yes. Well, congratulations. I mean, is that the word? Proud. Proud stuff. You're the real Americans.
I understand going back to your roots in claiming your roots before you claim where you are now. Like the town I live in, I don't really admit to most people that I live here. Oh my goodness, Margaret Beth, you know better. My daughter calling me during the podcast again. She did this to me last night during my podcast too.
So wild, so crazy, I tell you. No, see, I love the connection because Canadian, all you Canadian people that come from Canada, have brought us so much joy and entertainment over the course of time. I mean, some of the best people that are comedians and actors and actresses are from Canada, and it's just like, I mean, who doesn't love Michael J. Fox, a fellow Canadian? I mean,
Yeah,
he's one of the
absolutely.
nicest people. I heard John Candy. Nobody's ever said anything mean about him or anything. They always said he was a nice guy, and even off camera, on camera, whatever. It's like
It's true.
that's
It's true.
that's how people need to be. But more people are like John Candy, I think. I think the world would be a better place. I think.
He took the words out of my mouth. I mean, that's exactly what I've been telling people is like one of the reasons we still talk about him, and it's something like 31 years after he passed away. One of the reasons
Sure.
we still talk about him is that, especially in this day and age with everything that's going on in the world, empathy, compassion, kindness, those are things that John Candy not only had in himself, but put out in the world. And it's in all his roles. If you look at him, even in his most what they call broad comedies like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, he is very human and very dignified. And he's very nice to people. Even when he's being teasing people, he's got a kind streak to him. And I don't know, for some reason, I feel like we need that right now. And as I was writing this book for the last 3 years, everybody I talked to said that about him. And I also kept thinking, wow, I'm excited that I get to tell his story because it's nice to be writing about somebody that put good in the world, and I mean that. It sounds maybe, does that sound hippie? But I just really believe it. It's a vibe, man.
Uncle
That's
Buck,
right.
Uncle Buck has to be one of my favorite ones. I'm sorry. I could watch that over and over and over again. He's just it's John Candy, man. It's just him, you know what I mean?
No, it's great. It's great. And then, of course, that film is the first time you ever see Macaulay Culkin in a film, and it's before he made Home Alone. So, and John on the set was very paternal. He's playing his uncle, but he was actually very much like his dad on that set, like the dad he didn't have.
Right.
And he, there's a story in the book about how John off camera, because Macaulay didn't have a lot of screen credit experience. John would run lines with him so that he could get the lines, because there's this fast scene. Remember where he's quizzing the uncle about everything? And that scene, he worked with him so closely on that. And John Hughes, of course, the director and writer of that film, was very much the perfect person for John Candy, because he understood and loved John Candy. So he wrote parts for him that were just some of the best parts John Candy ever played. And some of the best movies that John Hughes ever made were John Candy films. So yeah, again, all this is exciting to me that I got to tell these stories and interview these people. And John Hughes has passed away, but I talked to his son who's part of the family legacy. And he told me great stories about the Candy family and the Hughes family and how close they were. There you go. And I think your pizza's here.
That's right. What I love about this is, like, even when you talk about the current world and everything, to me, it's nice that John Candy is getting his flowers again, because it's like this time of the year, because his birthday's coming up again, on Halloween. That's a lot of people didn't know that he was born on Halloween. That's kind of a cool kind of
Absolutely.
thing,
Yeah.
But, like,
who doesn't want candy on Halloween, right?
Yeah. But like he's getting all this love now. And then you got your book coming out tomorrow. You got the documentary coming out here on Friday. I mean, it's like, man, who could love this? Who could love this right now?
Exactly. No, it's great timing, and the documentary is also made by a Canadian, Ryan Reynolds, and we had nothing to do with each other except that I knew about it. Like, I talked to the Candy family, or I emailed the Candy family before I started my book, and they said, "Well, we're doing our own movie, but we wish you the best," because they knew. I made it clear that I had no ill intentions. I wanted them to participate, but they said, "We're doing our own movie, but go in peace and do your thing." And then Ryan Reynolds, who's a Canadian star, also hired Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son. Tom Hanks talked to me for the book, by the way. Tom Hanks talks to me about making Splash with John Candy, and also Volunteers, which is so it's. Again, it was just such a convergence. There's a German word that I learned called Zeitgeist, and Zeitgeist is when the universe puts something in your your mind, like, at the same time. So everybody's thinking the same thing, and it looks like everybody wanted to celebrate John Candy this year and this week. So we're sort of unofficially calling it John Candy Week, and it's John Candy Month. So here we are with things to show
good
you.
timing.
Did you get a chance to see an early screening of the documentary at all, or have you not?
No,
seen
but
it yet?
I just got a streaming, what they call a streaming link, the private protected screening link. I just got it this afternoon, and I am doing press. I'm doing press for my own book, so I will have to watch it tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. Do you know Colin Hanks's other films? He made a great film. Yeah, but I mean his directorial films, like his documentaries. He directed a film about Tower Records. You know all about Tower Records, right?
Oh yeah.
He made this documentary called All Things Must Pass, the Tower Records story. And it's so good. And because I'm on the Record Store Day podcast, I was already excited about this guy. And then he made a film about that terrible thing that happened to the Eagles of Death Metal in Paris a few years ago when there was a terrorist attack. And he's made two of my most noted films that I actually like, documentaries. And then I heard he was doing the film about John Candy, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be great. So their thing comes out 3 days after my book. So that's why it's John Candy Month,
I guess so. No, I now that you mentioned about that documentary about the Eagles of Death Metal and then the Tower Records. Yeah, I watched both of those before because they had the Eagles of Death Metal thing on HBO Max or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, anyway, so I just was so happy that a really good documentary filmmaker like Colin Hanks would be bringing all of that talent to something that I have just spent 3 years of my life writing about. So I'm going to sit down tonight and really enjoy it, and I hope they get to see my book because, we're out separately in the world promoting our things. And I would love to bump into them somewhere and compare notes, but it'll happen. It'll happen.
Sure.
We're not in competition. We're all celebrating the same guy.
There's Comic-Cons there's Comic-Cons everywhere, it seems like. So who knows when you run into each other?
I will go dressed as Darth Vader, and I will show up somewhere at a Comic-Con, perhaps, or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't know. I have to choose what Halloween is coming up, so there's probably some costumes.
That's right.
Darth Vader, let's hear your best Darth Vader voice.
I don't really have a Darth Vader voice. That's about it. So I'd have to work on it.
So Paul, I don't want to get too personal. I'm just wondering if you have kids or grandkids.
Okay, I need to know why you're asking.
So I told you my daughter was trying to call me during my show live again.
Yeah.
She called because my grandbaby is just turning 5 months old here in a few months, and she just started laughing.
Oh, well, there you go. She's on her way.
Just to let you know, I'm putting you as more important than hearing my granddaughter laugh for the first time.
Well, I'm proud to be their godfather at this point, because I'm sure that's what's coming. But how about that laughter? The thing we're talking about. And if you need to duck out, I don't want to keep you from that. No. But I just, but let's all celebrate the fact that a child has just started laughing, because that is, I mean, again, with the trippy, I might sound trippy here, but I'm completely straight and sober and everything. And I can tell you that really makes me happy to hear that. And I think it's a beautiful thing.
I'm glad you asked why I was asking, because that was why I was asking. I knew it would make you happy because you're all about comedy. And, I do see the family resemblance as well. Like when you and your younger brother smile and laugh, I can see the mouth structure is very similar.
Everything.
I can't take credit for genetics or anything. So yeah, I never know what to do with a compliment like that. So
when people see you, do they know you're admired?
I don't know what they know. I don't know what they see. I can tell you what I think when I'm walking through the world. I have a lot of friends who know me for what I do and who I am, and some of them have known Mike as well. Like, cause a lot of my friends from childhood are still my friends. It's like I have a very good success rate of not losing friends, which is I'm very grateful for. And these people, they can tell the difference, and they also make me affirm. Like I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter, I do all these other things, and I love comedy. I try to do comedy. I'm not particularly good at it. I have a sense of humor though, and I love other people's jokes and scenes and comedy. And we have a very good relationship, all three brothers. My two brothers and I text every day still, and all day. Like they're big Liverpool FC soccer fans, and they'll be talking about the scores while I'm doing something else, and I'm like can't see the game because I'm doing something, and and I'll see an ad for something and I'll send it to them, or a YouTube link or something. And so I'm grateful that the three children that we have grown up to be three, and we're all very pop culture minded. Like we all. Like I said, we all formed each other. Like Peter brought home Led Zeppelin records, my brother, and I brought in like Todd Rundgren records, and when we were kids, and then we all discovered Talking Heads and English groups like the new wave groups like the Clash and XTC, and we all kind of just shared everything, and it was that sharing thing. It's actually like it's like having a little school that we all taught each other things. So in terms of us having personality differences or similarities is what you're getting at. I think it's kind of normal for people who are very close to sort of have some of the same speech patterns and things like, because we talk all the time, so
Right.
So that's my short answer. Believe it or not, that's the short answer. It's very hard to look out of the world and see yourself how anyone else sees you. So I just try to be me, So I understand the question. It never really crosses my mind.
Well, let me ask.
Good.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Something that like a lot of people talk about. There's a lot of heavyset comedians that died. That are like John Candy, John Belushi, Sam Kinison, Chris Farley. It's just weird how a lot of these heavyset comedians are dying. Is it because they're heavy? I don't know. I mean, John Belushi took his life with drugs, but
you never know. I mean, each one had their own problem, and it certainly doesn't help to be heavy. Not for the cosmetic thing, but just because it's just stress on your body. But I don't know. Again, you just pointed it out. Like John Belushi had other issues, and Chris Farley had other issues. John Candy didn't have those issues so much. But he had a congenital history with heart problems. His father died when John was 5 years old. His father died. I think about that. And then, just he was a people pleaser. So I think sometimes you give and give and give, and somewhere that tension of constantly wanting to help everyone else kind of maybe built up on him. I'm not a doctor, the book doesn't say Dr. Paul Myers on the cover. So I made it a point of trying not to judge or analyze or even, figure out what
thing I was getting
was
to
going
is a
on.
lot of comedians that are funny and heavy are gone. I mean, they're just
that's true too. But I mean, I wonder statistically if a lot of comedians are gone that are also not heavy.
I just think of the fat ones.
No, of course. And this is something that comes up in the book. John Candy came up at a time when body shaming was nobody even knew to not body shame. Like nobody even knew that it was rude to sort of bring it up. So he'd go on some morning radio show and they'd say, "Hey, John Candy's here, a big fat guy," and he has to sit there and listen to that. And I think he seemed like it wasn't getting to him, but I think it might have. And I think it was a very different time. And I see the hi sweetie sign. I assume it's not for me. But anyhow,
she can't control herself.
So so I think you're right. I mean, certainly heavy set people have passed away. But I don't know if I'm not in the trend business. I'm not a scientist of that. So I don't know if statistically more heavy people pass away than not,
Right.
You could probably skewer any demographic and say more women comedians have passed away or more, black comedians. It's hard to even know, and again, I wouldn't even want to speculate from my little point of view. I'm here to sort of talk about the work of John Candy,
Right.
Well, while we're doing that, let's learn a little bit about you as well there, Paul, because, I'm sure growing up, you obviously have had an interesting life growing up. And what are some cool stories that you can share from your own personal, experiences in life?
When I was when I was a little kid, I was a huge Beatle fan, and the Beatles were more than a band for me. They were like a roadmap, a thing I wanted to do. I used to think I want to make records. I want to write cool songs like the Beatles, and I want to be in a band that's cool like the Beatles. And then I like a lot of kids my age. I grew up in the 70s. I grew up loving the local bands were like Rush and BT, Bachman Turner Overdrive. So I first started playing in garages, playing those songs and Kiss songs and Zeppelin songs. And then something happened where like a lot of the new wave bands started coming out of Britain and New York to some extent. And I just changed my whole approach and started doing more like art rocky things and like writing songs that were much more like Susie and the Banshees, or like I mentioned, XTC, a huge influence on me, or The Jam, or The Clash. And I started doing that kind of music. And my whole life, I thought I was just going to be a musician. And I had several bands, and I put out a record in, what year was that? 1992. I put out a record with my independent band called the Gravelberries. We got our name from the Flintstones, by the way. There's an episode where Fred Flintstone sells gravelberry pies at the side of the road. So we called our band the Gravelberries. And we put out an independent CD and toured Canada a little bit. And then that band broke up. And then I moved to California and with my wife. I've been with my wife since 1986. Not married in 86, but we got married in 95. And then when I got down here, I started writing as well as playing music. And I realized I liked writing. So I started writing for magazines. I started writing. And then I wrote my first book in 1998, the Bare Naked Ladies, who were a band that were on the scene with me in Toronto back when I was in Toronto. They were starting to have a huge hit. It was their album had just come out called Maroon. No, the album before it. Anyhow, they had a big hit called 1 Week that was on MTV, and they decided that they wanted to write a book about the first 10 years of their career, and they knew that I had been there for it. So they asked me, they'd seen that I was writing, and they said, well, we want to designate you to be our writer, and you can tell our story, and we'll each tell you our story. So that became a book, and I suddenly thought, I can write books? Like, it wasn't even on my radar to write books. So I'm telling you my whole life story, by the way. Do you mind?
No,
because I could stop anytime.
No, this is great. This is great.
So then what happened was I wrote that book, and it did well with fans, and it was kind of I'm not sure if it was a great book. Actually, I'm not sure if I knew how to do it yet, but I got it done. And this is a lesson to anybody. Just even if you don't know how to do it, try it, and maybe you'll get better at it. And then someone asked me to write a book about an obscure British musician named Long John Baldry. And this was also in Canada. I went back to Canada, and this publisher asked me, what do you know about Long John Baldry? And I don't know if you people know this, but Long John Baldry was a white 6'7" gay Englishman who was also the father of the British blues, in the sense that he hosted Muddy Waters and all these people in England back when Black American musicians couldn't get the credibility in the late 50s and early 60s in America. They had to enter the back doors of hotels in America, but in England and France, they were treated like kings. So John Baldry treated these people really well and became good friends with this generation of blues people, mostly men. And then his friends, John Baldry's friends, were people like Jeff Beck, the Rolling Stones, Ronnie Wood, and and Paul McCartney and people like that. So he would lend blues records to these people. So he ends up being this unspoken, unseen hero. And there's this whole weird story about him. He's 6'7", and he's got an amazing voice. He sort of sang like this, he's from London, but he sings in this like Mississippi accent. So I wrote this book called Long John Baldry and the Birth of the British Blues. And that a very, very select audience knows about that book. But I actually enjoyed writing it. And my editor was so amazing on that I learned how to write better. So my writing got improved. So now we're up to my third book. This one I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Todd Rundgren, who's a music producer as well as an artist, and he's had several different versions of what he does, as well as having produced "We're an American Band" for Grand Funk Railroad. He also produced the New York Dolls' first album. He produced Meatloaf's "Bat Out of Hell," but he's also put out records like "Can We Still Be Friends" and Hello, It's Me. And he's as an artist on one side, and he also produced like other XTC and Patti Smith. So I decided to write a book about all of his productions where I talked to Todd Rundgren for hours and hours and days, actually. And then I talked to the artists he produced, like Patti Smith and Meatloaf. And then I wrote this book that sort of told the whole story. And that's called A Wizard, a True Star, Todd Rundgren in the Studio. So that happened. And then, I started doing other things, and that got me actually writing liner notes for albums and stuff. So that's something else I do is when people put out reissues, sometimes I'll write, those little booklets that come with them.
Oh, sure.
So that's a fun job.
Like
I really love. What's that?
Like the one page?
Sometimes they're one page, sometimes they're one big sheet, sometimes they're a whole booklet. If it's a CD, sometimes it's a booklet, sometimes it's just the inner sleeve of an album. And then that brings us to having grown up with the Kids in the Hall comedy troupe in Toronto. When I was back in Toronto, they were learning how to be a comedy troupe in the same rock clubs that I was playing in. So we all became good friends, and I kind of grew up with them. So I wanted to tell a story. Like I said, I'm a comedy fan. So I thought, hey, I now know how to write a book. I should write about my friends. So that's how I wrote that book. So that was my fourth book. So that you already know what happened then. So here we are talking about my fifth book, which
That's
is in
awesome.
stores now.
That's awesome.
It's in stores
That's a
now.
hell of a
It
life.
is actually in the stores now.
I think, because when is this airing live or running live?
Yeah, we're live right now. We're live.
Okay,
Wow.
so when I say now, I mean tomorrow. It's October 7th, but some people are putting it on the racks already. So check your local bookstore. I love supporting my local independent bookstores because they are the backbone of the community. And if you have a local independent bookstore, ask them to order John Candy, A Life in Comedy. It's on the published by House of Anansi Press. That's ANANSI. And I know I ordered it at my local bookstore. It's kind of a good luck thing. You order your own book. At least you're going to sell one, right? At least you'll sell one that way.
So as an author, like how well have your books done in the past? Like for people
Describe
to read
well. I would say they've all been critically well received, and some of them and a few of them have sold through. What that means is that you earn back your advance and start making royalties on them. So it's I write about sometimes very obscure things like I don't think you guys have talked about Long John Baldry before, and the Bare Naked Ladies had a very big period, but they're not currently like a number one band, and then and like Kids in the Hall where comedy fans appreciate them, but it's not necessarily. This is the first book I've written where people already, I call it the cab driver test or Uber driver. People ask you, oh, you're an author, what do you write about? And I go, well, I'm writing a book about John Candy. And they go, oh, I know that guy. And they've got a this is the first time I've ever written about anybody where everybody goes, oh, I know that person, I can't wait to read that. So you can tell the differences, like when you mention certain rock fans would know Todd Rundgren, but the other people go, never heard of him. And it's always disheartening when you've been spending a few years writing a book about somebody. But I'm not necessarily always writing about things that are top 10. This time it's somebody who seems to be universally beloved. So it's kind of a neat treat.
Well, that's what I mean, though. It's like I think it's going to be received very well because of that. Because you picked a subject that everybody knows about, like you said, and I think it could make you a New York Times bestseller. I'm just saying, good possibility.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Yeah,
I would welcome that. Or at least make Oprah's book list.
Oh, that would be even better. Yeah.
No, it's good though. There's so many stories out there that are not known that people don't know. Just because John Candy is known by everybody, all these other books you wrote, they're about stories that need to be told. People need to hear these stories. And I'm so glad that you're out there doing that. That's amazing.
Thank you. And again, I don't want to take it too self-seriously, but I do think of myself as a storyteller more than anything else. People say, are you a journalist? Are you, what are you? And what are you? And I go, I'm a storyteller. Like, and when I was I'm a songwriter too. So when I write songs, it's the same part of your brain. You're trying to get something across. It's a little more poetic maybe when you're writing songs because you can use imagery and make it more vague. but you know, telling a story is just it's an art form, and I'm glad I'm learning how to do it. And it's just, but it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying to sort of be a communicator. And again, it sounds like I'm self-serious, but I just, it's just what it is. As my friend always says, it's what's for dinner. You know, what's for dinner. That's maybe a Canadian expression. I don't know. It's just what's for dinner, eh? That's how we say it.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
so what does your brothers think about the work that you do? I'm sure they're awfully proud of you.
Yeah, Peter's been super supportive. Peter's also a novelist, and he's working on you haven't seen any of his books yet, but he's been writing for years, and he's got some really good things going on right now, and he's very supportive, and I'm really happy that you know, when he says something nice about my books, I'm really happy. And then Mike, of course, is you know, Mike is helping me out on a couple of the dates for promoting this book. Mike's going to be appearing with me in Toronto, which is our hometown, and in New York City, which is a city that he's adopted very much. So on October 23rd, we're doing something in Toronto, and October 27th, we're doing something at the Strand Bookstore in New York City. And we're trying to fill in more dates, just me. I have a few dates. I have a lot of dates where I'm just going out to places like Edmonton and Calgary, Portland. Here in San Francisco tomorrow night on October 7th, we're doing something in Berkeley where I live. And there's going to be people there, and I'm going to talk to them about John Candy and sign books. And, you know, I also try to sign books wherever I go in bookstores. You know, even if I'm not doing an event there, I'll just go in and sign the stock so that you'll walk in looking for my book and you'll see a sticker on it that says signed by the author, and it's like, you know, there goes the resale. But you know, but anyway, yeah, so it's very, yeah, my brothers are very supportive. My parents passed away at different times over the last 20 years, and so me and my brother Michael and Peter are the only two family members from that side of the family. Of course, I have my wife's family too, are super awesome, and they're very supportive too. My wife's my mother-in-law is very she's a writer too. She was a travel writer, and she's I love how happy she is when she sees I got a full page in the Toronto newspaper or something. She knows what it is when an author gets like coverage, right? So she'll be delighted for me, and that makes me happy, you know. It's like she's like kind of like my mother at that point, so it's really nice.
No, that's exciting, and like I say, Paul, I'm so honored just to have you on the show, because, you know, when I found out that this was going to actually be a real thing and that we're actually going to do it. See, we're a small podcast. We don't get thousands upon millions of viewers or whatever. We're kind of like out, like I'm located in northern Minnesota, so I'm close to Canada anyway. We're like Manitoba anyway.
Where are you in Minnesota?
A little town called Brooks, Minnesota, which is like not probably maybe an hour from the Canadian border or so.
Okay, you know, I have so many record store friends in Minneapolis. That's why I asked.
See, everybody thinks that's what Minnesota is, Minneapolis, but it's not. You know, there's so much more.
I know, and I have a lot of friends from Calgary, Alberta, who would go down to Minnesota, and they're probably near you, actually. So,
well, it's probably because of Mall America, probably Mall America. You know, it's in the cities and everything. So, yeah, but not where we're at. Go ahead.
I grew up 10 miles from the Canadian border in a little town called Roseau, Minnesota. And I remember CBS or CBC was one of the few channels we actually got. So Second City TV and you know, The Kids in the Hall were one of my favorite programs growing up.
That's awesome.
What I'm really interested in your music career, just because that's what I do. That's my podcast is I interview musicians. So I'd really like to hear a lot more about your music career, because I mean, it looks like do you still perform? Like
I haven't performed lately. Lately, I do electronic music under the name Flam. It's just like it's just instrumental music. But the most recent record I made was with this local musician named John Mormon. And the album was called Inner Sunset, and it was credited to the Paul and John, and the Paul and John put out Inner Sunset in 2014, and it's available on Bandcamp now. You can order vinyl, CD, and digital download. And also my my first band, the Gravelberries, is also still on Bandcamp, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. What instrument do you? I know you songwrite. Do you sing? Do you play guitar?
Yeah, my first instrument is guitar. I've learned how to play the bass, I think, fairly accurately, and I can trick out a keyboard to sound like something. I don't play the drums, so my demos are generally just using some kind of machine or loops, just for the drums, and or no drums at all. But my main instrument is guitar, and in a studio situation, I can make a piano or a synthesizer sound like something. So that's, and I think most people probably could. But I sometimes have to play the left hand and the right hand separately on two different tracks. So that's, but as long as it sounds like something, that's cool.
Right. And see, and that's why, because I noticed when I told you I dated a blues musician, you kind of chuckled a little bit, like.
I feel like as a musician, we owe it to say I'm sorry anytime anyone mentions dating a musician.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate
it's
that.
It's really not my fault, but on behalf of the brotherhood and sisterhood of musicians, I thank you for your service.
Well, and on behalf of all of us at Renegade Radio here and all the viewers and stuff, we do appreciate you, Paul. And for anybody that wants to know more about you and what you do, how can they do so?
Well, there's I'm on the socials, as they say, like Threads, Blue Sky. I used to be on Twitter more often, not so much since it became X, but and also Instagram. And on those, you look for the name Pull My Ears, which is PULMYEARS. And the reason it is it's an anagram of Paul Myers. So it's not like Paul My Ears. It's PULMYEARS. So that's on Threads, Blue Sky, and Instagram. And there's, on the Instagram, if you go to the Instagram bio, there's links to a bunch of things where you can, get more information about different things I'm doing, like my book tour or where to order the book, and also the podcast, which is out every Tuesday, the Record Store Day podcast. And Record Store Day Black Friday is coming up on November 28th, so we're gearing up for another season of that. And actually, we're in our 7th season of Record Store Day podcast. This episode 200 goes out on Tuesday. So it's amazing. 200 episodes. I just didn't even know if I'd do 5. And so we've had like The Edge from U2. We've had Bonnie Raitt's been on my show. It's pretty cool. You look back on the list of people who've been on our show. Steve Perry of Journey. Like, I never thought we'd get someone like that. And then Margot Price, Jason Isbell. There's a whole list of people who've been on our show, and new artists too, like bands that are emerging now or something like that. And we have more lined up. I have like 7 in the can right now that I haven't even run yet. So yeah, it's a big job. I kind of run it all from this studio. So it's pretty cool.
We're getting close to our 100th episode. It will happen here probably in the next season 6 here in 2026. But yeah, we're trying to be as strong as we can. I mean, Renegade Radio. There's a lot of Renegade radios out there, so that's why I called this one Frankie Slosson's Renegade Radio. Not to be self-centered or anything like that. I just figure, well, people want to know where to find it, and so I'm just like, well, this is the easiest way, I guess.
Yeah, I think I should start a band called Paul Myers' Led Zeppelin. Because then they'll know it's not the other Led Zeppelin.
There you go.
I do appreciate you guys having me on today, and it's and I appreciate your time. So thanks.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Paul.
We appreciate you, and once again, I mean, thanks to Melissa as well for helping us do this together today. So
yeah, thank you.
Wow, so I think we'll end it for now. And there you go. Yeah, book.
It's in 3D. It's in 3D. So put on your 3D glasses. And I should point out that the great Dan Aykroyd wrote the foreword for this book, and I'm really honored because this man wrote Ghostbusters and Blues Brothers, and he created those franchises, and he's like a comedy legend, and he shows up in the story a lot. So when at the end of writing the book, I said, Dan, would you write the foreword? And he just totally did it. So I'm glad to also have a chance to have Dan Aykroyd in my book. So that's pretty great.
That's
and Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks is in there. Martin Short, Steve Martin, Andrea Martin. They're all quoted, and Catherine O'Hara.
You know a lot of A-list people anyway. It seems like so.
Sometimes you don't know them, but you're happy that they talk to you, so there's a few people I do know that were in the book, but mostly I had to go and find their publicists and do what you do, and that's part of the job. Is you spend a lot of time tracking down people. It's kind of sometimes feels a little weird.
Did you get anybody that refused at all?
Some people couldn't make the schedule, and so that's like, sometimes it's a matter of, if you need it by this time, it'd be better if you did it later, but I have to finish the book at a certain point. So it just didn't happen, but most people are really kind about it. Like no one's flatly refused, so
well, that's good.
It's just
that's
a matter
good.
of, yeah. And every book has a few that you just wish you could have got. I remember being very close to getting the Rolling Stones for the Long John Baldry book, because he was a big part of their early story, and their publicist at the time, I don't even know if they knew I was asking. They just said, no, the Stones will not be doing this. And that's too bad. So I don't know if, again, you never know. Did Mick go, hey, why aren't you turning down that fool? Like, that would have been great. But now
I hear Mike Myers now, I tell you, geez.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that. Again, blame genetics, blame my Liverpool parents. Anyway, you guys have a great time. Have a great time up there, and I wish I could go to Minnesota someday, but it's not this week.
Man, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week for another great edition of Renegade Radio. Bye, everybody.
See you, Paul.
Out in northern Minnesota, under the moonlight, Renegade Radio's blasting through the night. Frankie Slosson's on the mic, it's his time to shine. Screaming Sam and Mad Dog, they're one of a kind. The Antique Man, he's got a story to tell. DJ Ken spinning vinyl, oh so swell. Mama T's got the rhythm that shakes the ground. John Roberts' voice, it's the sweetest sound. On Renegade Radio, we keep it loud. Through the storms and the crowd, we're standing proud. From the back roads to the city, with a voice so wild. Renegade Radio, baby, it's been a while. We don't play by the rules, we're out on the run. The Antique Man's got the past and the future, it's all spun. Mad Dog's howl echoes out over the plains. Screaming Sam and Frankie, they're setting the flames. From the highways to the lakes, we ain't slowing down. Spreading fire through the cold Minnesota town. John Roberts leads the charge with the steel in his soul, while Mama T keeps us rocking, always in control. On Renegade Radio, we keep it loud. Through the storms and the crowds, we're standing proud. From the back roads to the city, with the voice of the wild. Renegade Radio, baby, it's been a while. So tune in, feel the beat rise. This Renegade station's reaching the skies. From the first crack of dawn to the last star fades, with the sound of rebellion, the sound that won't trade. On Renegade Radio, we keep it loud. Through the storms and the crowd, we're standing proud. From the back roads to the city, with the voice of the wild. Renegade Radio, baby, it's been a while.